The engineers and scientists of Silicon Valley are working on solving the problems of today, the business problems of today. But as they succeed in solving these problems, their solutions are not going to improve your lives or our lives together. What they're going to do is they're going to make human labor, your labor, our labor, less and less central to the economy and more obsolete. Now, this may seem far-fetched or futuristic to some of you, but it's the hard truth. And if you look around you, Iowa has lost 12,000 retail jobs since 2001. How many of you have noticed stores closing in your neighborhoods or area? There are another 178,000 hardworking Iowans in retail and trade right now, and 3 of your 17 malls are in danger of closing. This is going to get worse. There are another over 30,000 Iowans who drive a truck for a living, and this is the most common job in 29 states. My friends in Silicon Valley, and I am friends with some of them, please don't hold against me, but my friends in Silicon Valley are working on trucks that can drive themselves. They say that they're 98% of the way there, and these trucks will start hitting the highways in 5 to 10 years. So the question is, what's going to happen to the drivers at that point? There are thousands of call center workers in Iowa. How many of you saw that Google recently demonstrated software that can do the job of a call center worker? Someone's nodding here. How many of you saw that? Well, you can Google it, and it's there. But these changes are real. Artificial intelligence is real. Autonomous vehicles are real. This is the greatest economic and technological transition in the history of mankind. Donald Trump is the manifestation of this transition. And our government has been decades behind in being honest about it and addressing it. Now, before deciding to run for president, I decided to try and talk to various political leaders about the fact that this is the core set of issues. And what do you think their responses to me were? Go ahead and shout them out. This will be fun. Sorry, go ahead. Wah wah. It sounds like you were in the room. So the solutions I heard were these. 1, we cannot talk about that. 2, we should study that further. And 3, we must educate and retrain Americans for the jobs of the future. Now that third one sounds great. I'm a Democrat, I love education, I love retraining. But again, I looked at the numbers, and we know what happens in the aftermath of losing these manufacturing jobs, that only less than 10% of manufacturing workers qualified for federally funded retraining programs, and if they did participate, the success rate was less than 20%. We know that almost half of manufacturing workers that lost their jobs left the workforce and did not work again, and that nearly a quarter of manufacturing jobs that lost their jobs left the workforce and never worked again. So those are the numbers. That is the story the numbers are telling us, and this is the challenge of our era.
Are all y'all paying attention? Automation gonna sweep the nation unless we get him in. Andrew Yang, 2020 freedom dividend. Climate change is real again. Science rules. Teachers bringing home some bread. Medicare for every citizen. That's nice. Andrew Yang, 2020 freedom dividend.